Papa Squat, coming at you. We have some music today that someone has recommended to me, which I totally am in favor of doing. So if you have songs that you would like me to react to, feel free to put them in the comments. I think it's kind of fun to... Sorry, cat wants to go out. It's about 100 degrees. Well, it's really only about 90 right now. But it's supposed to be up to about 100 in the next couple of days. But, so he's not happy because he is very furry. But this was recommended to me in the comments by someone, and this is T. La Rock and Jazzy J with It's Yours. It's from 1984. However, what's significant about this is that It's Yours by T. La Rock and Jazzy J was the first release officially on Rick Rubin's Def Jam recordings, or Def Jam Records, whichever it actually goes by. LL Cool J's I Need a Beat 12-inch single, some people say was the first, but Rick Rubin, let's see, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. So It's Yours recording was something that Rick Rubin put out a few months before joining forces with Russell Simmons. So I think probably rightly when Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons got together is probably really the classic beginning of Def Jam. And anyway, kind of interesting, sort of a bummer. So T. La Rock is a guy named Terrence or Terry Ronnie Keaton, and he was born in '61. Was a DJ. He was the older brother to a member of the Treacherous Three. He was 6'4". He was older brother to Special K from Treacherous Three, and he was a breakdancer, DJ, obviously rapper, performer, and unfortunately, in 1984, he suffered a traumatic brain injury breaking up a fight out in front of his brother's apartment building, and was for quite a while, as far as I can tell from this, living in a rehabilitation center because he had memory loss and loss of motor function due to the traumatic brain injury. However, the very last paragraph on this Wikipedia page says, in 2021, he's working on a film project about his life being written by someone named Josh Beerman, and he also began to record new music. He's currently back on stage performing all of his hits, both in the U.S. and internationally. And even back in 2008, he performed in Brazil. So he's still apparently getting around, doing just fine. I don't know, obviously, what condition he's really in with the traumatic brain injury, which can be not really significant and can be very significant. Considering he was in rehabilitation for, it seems like quite a while. I don't know. He probably had some pretty bad effects, but hopefully he's, obviously put in the work and is back on the road. So that's great. But let's stop talking, John, and dive into T. La Rock and Jazzy J with It's Yours from 1984. I listened to a little bit of it, and this I can absolutely 100% say is the start of this sound in music, because this is when I was 84. I would have been probably like a freshman in high school, and over the next few years more and more music started to sound like this song, and you'll see what I mean when I get it started here. Let me turn this up a little bit, because it just so much music sounded like this, and you'll see what I mean. Let's get it started. Do you see what I mean, though? It's very... it has that sort of announcement horn music, fake horns, in the beginning, and then goes into like a really kind of a chintzy, simple drum beat, synthesizer beat thing, and it just is so normal for this time period for so much music, rap music, to sound like this. It's absolutely incredible. The influence that Def Jam and probably this track in particular had on music in the day and then even up until now. So
commentating, illustrating, description giving, adjective expert, analyzing some of the musical myths, seeking people of the universe. This is yours.
nice.
It's yours. Do you like it?
Thank you.
Do you want it? Well, if you had it, would you flaunt it? Well, it's yours. Taking a record that's already made with the help of the mixboard used in the crossfade. Rhythm can be kept to a self-choice pace, depending on
All right, so this is another rap song about making a rap song. Something that they just seem to do a lot of. You don't really hear people singing about writing a country song. It's so weird to me.
or depth of bass. I don't really know, but somebody said some musical rhythm can mess with your head. I don't know if it's true. I leave it up to you. It's yours.
It's so Spartan.
With finesse is equivalent to the adjective best.
Sorry, I just said it's so Spartan. There's so not a lot going on with the music, and it's really, I mean, it's one of the things you really have to kind of appreciate about rap music is, especially a song like this that concentrates so much on the beat and the rhythm and his flow. My cat is sniffing my hand. Yes, did I just go out and have dinner? Yes. But it's incredible. It's absolutely amazing.
Now it's time to introduce neo rhymes combined with the groove with juice. Dance to the musical tune on the microphone, gonna make you swoon. TLAROCK, usually the reason for a very nice day. I came here to represent the ultimate act, which only occurs when the party is packed. So full of endurance for your insurance. Everything's fixed, just listen to the mix.
See, in this little scratching break, this became, almost a requirement for a lot of rap songs to have this break in the middle. And you'll note from the music we've been listening to, which has been from the 80s and earlier, a lot of this stuff hasn't been developed yet, or it was just really in its formative stages in the time period that we're talking about. And then this song in particular, comes out and introduces and refines so much of what was coming before. I mean, at least that's how it feels to me, right? Because clearly Def Jam had a huge effect, and just hearing this song on its own, really almost completely in a vacuum, because I'm not listening to it with whatever songs also might have been released around that time. This seems incredibly important to me as a rap song. Oh, how many songs have something like this? Certainly back in the 90s. So that little break just a second ago, sorry, I have an itch on my side. That little break a second ago, that was really interesting too, because he, T the Rock kind of turns to Jazzy J and says, "Go for it," and he does his own little breakdown there on the turntables, with a couple of turntables at least, and that sort of thing also became much more common, kind of later in these early days of rapping and scratching and hip hop and that sort of thing. So it's kind of interesting to see him here call out Jazzy J and basically turn it over to him to do a solo on the turntables. Kind of cool, and it's not something that we've seen a lot of. So.
Lee, you will agree. Just let your mind be free. Relax yourselves, do your dance. This is the place to be. Listen. Computer program with just one finger, made complete for the chosen singer. Once lyrics are finished, the picture is done. The difference is the picture has no sun, but there's plenty of bright kaleidoscope light. No color supersedes, cause the balance is right. Listeners are pleased, cause anxiety is freeze. That can only be thought when the music is ignored. It's yours. Do you like it? Do you want it? If you had it, would you want it? It's yours.
Because it's yours.
DJ Jazzy J.
Ah, fantastic! Love that. Absolutely love the ending of that. Also, because it reminds me, and I've mentioned this before, the DJ Hero soundtrack uses that boom tap, and again, it's Grandmaster Flash, and he's remixing a song. I don't remember what the songs were, but he's introducing basically how to do some turntablism with DJ Hero. And he says boom boom tap, and then he kind of riffs on that and has a whole fantastic. It's really great. Boom boom tap, boom boom tap. Absolutely worth tracking down. Let me. Can I see? Oh, I wanted to point out. So if you look on the screen here, you can't see it very well, I don't think, because the album cover is not very clear, but this kind of red image here is the base of the arm of a turntable. So like this is the counterweight, and this is what it kind of turns on, and then right here, and you can't really see it, it bends like this, and this is the arm of the record player. So if you're wondering, like, why does that look like a piston, it's not a piston. It's not a piston. See, I was holding my hand up, but it was over here. It is a turntable. So what I want to try and find, actually, is that DJ Hero soundtrack boom boom tap. Yeah. So let's so remember the tail end of that, and then listen to this, because this should have the same sort of thing, but I think it's right at the beginning. So let's.
Now I want to see if you can rock my beat. Now all hip-hop beats go boom, boom, tap. So check this out. Button number 1 is boom, boom. And button number 2 is tap. Now here comes the beat. Boom, boom, tap. Boom, boom, tap. Boom, boom, tap. Boom, 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 tap. No, the hi-hats.
So good. So good. So this is DJ Hero. I've talked about it so many times, but the tail end of that last song really reminded me of the boom boom tap.
By advertising on YouTube, I catch the eye of my ideal customers at the right time.
Hopefully I don't get a warning to not have trouble with copyright. That's what I'm trying to think of. Copyright infringement. But DJ Hero, so good. This song, it's yours. Really, I mean, I can't say 100% for certain. I am not a music historian in any way, shape, or form. I did not pay attention to this music when I was a kid. I heard it sometimes. I'm sure I heard this song because it's very identifiable. And I certainly recognize T the Rock. But a super good song. Well, I say super influential song. I absolutely see the place it holds in rap and hip hop in general, especially having it be like the first song released by Def Jam Records. Really, very impressive. I'm not a huge fan of the song itself, except for the very tail end, because it's so much about the beat that it doesn't hold enough of my interest, even though I still think it's really good and influential and great song. Thank you for recommending it. I'm not sure when I would have gotten to this, so this is very cool. Thanks again, and hey, I hope you like this one. I hope you also check out the DJ Hero soundtrack. Like I said, it is fantastic. If you like that little boom boom tap thing that I just played from DJ Hero soundtrack, checking out the rest of that is absolutely worth it. It's so fun. Pop Squat, check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. It's going to be about 100 degrees this week for me. I'm not looking forward to it. I will, however, attempt to record some music or some videos like this and play them for you. Have a good weekend.